Hello, YouTube. I'm currently at Canova Beach going for a walk. I know I'm not really dressed for walking on the beach, but thought I would go ahead and come out here and have a little talking head episode with you guys here. This is Canova Beach in Indian Atlantic, Florida. It is the location of where I used to actually hang out when I was still van dwelling, and that's the area where Sherry's tent was. Hey, look at that. I think that's a cardinal. I think it's a female cardinal. But used to hang out around there. Well, I didn't hang out around there. Sherry had her tent set up there until the police and the city took it down, took it away. They've cut down the trees that were there blocking the view, so that, I guess, to prevent people from doing that again. But wanted to give you guys a quick update on what is happening. I know I've been kind of silent because I've been waiting. The last episode where I did an update, I had interviewed with Walmart, or went to an interview. A crab! Look at this. He's hiding under the step. I don't know if you can see him or not. I don't know if you see that crab. Oop, I don't know. Did he just run away? I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but there was a crab hiding under the stair there. I'm trying to get the light here. Best light. Sun's like almost directly overhead, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get any better than this. But this is the view of what it looks like at Canova Beach today. I can't really see what you guys are seeing. It looks like they're dredging out there. But this is the beach this afternoon. Well, actually, it's noon. It's not afternoon. It's about 11:45, 12 o'clock right now. They allow dogs on this beach. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not because I can't tell what it's filming right now. It's on the front-facing camera. But anyhow, so I was scheduled for an interview and went to the interview and found out they had the wrong paperwork. And I wasn't sure if they meant to interview me or another guy. Well, they rescheduled for me to show up on Monday, and I did. And it turned out it wasn't much of an interview at all. They had me fill out paperwork and just basically told me, to go online to apply or submit for a background check, which had me a little nervous because of my criminal history. Those of you who have been following along know the whole story, so I'm not going to go into it, but essentially it's what's been holding me back from getting a decent job, a more regular type job. Although I did get hired from the post office for a while, the U.S. Post Office, so some people, some employers are willing to look beyond that, but some people, as soon as they see that you have an arrest record, you're kind of screwed. And that's been one of the issues that's been holding me back for the past 8 years or so, 8-9 years since all this went down. Anyhow, I did the online stuff, gave them the approvals, run the checks, told them about my arrest and conviction and everything else that happened. And sure enough, it came back and everything was clear except for the criminal background check. So they sent me a letter saying that they did the check and that the criminal background check may result in me not getting hired. So of course that was kind of a problem. They did have a link on there though to say, the employer will consider I guess like a note or something about extenuating circumstances, and you can try to explain in detail what happened, and then they can make a decision, once they review that information. So I went ahead and clicked that link and told Walmart, what happened, how it went down, and how I ended up in this position right now, and how essentially, once a person is served their term, if they've been found guilty or whatever, or took a plea like I did and ended up being listed guilty, even if they're innocent or whatever, once they've been punished by the court system, the punishment doesn't end there. I think people don't understand that in this country, in America, after you serve your time, it's not over, because especially with the internet and background checks and everything, all this crazy stuff comes up and it haunts you for the rest of your life. Had I known then what I know now, I wouldn't have taken the plea, because, I still feel I'm innocent. And it's been 9 years almost, 8 years since this went down. And my life is still kind of messed up, and it seems like it was going to be messed up and is going to be messed up for the rest of my life. Because whenever I apply for a job, whenever I try to do anything, all this crazy stuff comes up, coming up over and over. Well, anyhow, I put in my appeal and was waiting to hear back. Hadn't heard back, and then today I decided to go online and look at, because they sent me a letter saying that, I had the right to an appeal, and that if I submit that appeal, Walmart will review it, and then they'll make a determination. So I submitted the appeal and went online. Haven't heard anything officially yet. I went online this morning and noticed it said on the employee background check thing, eligible for hire. So that's very good news, because now I just need to contact them and set up an appointment to do the drug screening and then orientation, and then it's welcome to Walmart. So that is the situation right now with the work situation, as far as trying to work for Walmart. So thank you to all of you for your kind thoughts and your prayers. I think it's had an impact in the situation, and it looks like I'll be working at Walmart, assuming nothing else weird happens. Now, with regards to my work at the stadium, I was actually off all week due to an error that occurred with their scheduling. Spherian told me I wasn't to report into work unless I got a schedule from them, and even if the employer, that was hiring us, the temp agency, the people who ran it was actually Brevard Achievement Center, were the people who, was tasking out the people from Spherian. Well, they had told me I was going to work all week, but Spherian, who is the temp agency, told me I had to get the schedule from them. So one of the employees called, they said I wasn't to go into work unless I had a schedule. So one of the employees called, and they told her, and I was listening in on the call, that there was only like a couple days available for work. And I felt that with the long distance drive, it really wasn't worth it to go into work for 1 or 2 days a week. I ended up spending $20, $30 in gas, just for this 2 days, and end up making nothing. I end up losing money pretty much because of the deductions and everything else that occurs. So I didn't go into work all week, and spent the time, interviewing with Walmart and preparing to leave Walter's house, which we're still in process of. So anyhow, I got a call from Spherian yesterday saying, they got in touch with me and asked me how things were going at work. And I'm like, I haven't been there all week. You guys told me not to show up. She's like, you're on the schedule for the whole week. And I'm like, well, nobody told me. I was told, the last I heard from you guys, which was Spherian, I was not to go into work unless you guys told me, the schedule, which you haven't told me. So at this point right now, they ended up scheduling me to work next week. So they've only got me for 5 hours a day, which is actually short. It'd be 25 hours for the whole week. But I'll do that shift and finish it out. Hopefully Walmart will be understanding, if I let them know that I can't start till the following week. Even though Walmart, I think it's a full-time position. This is what it seemed like. They told me the hours. They didn't tell me the days, because Walmart, you kind of have to be available pretty much any day. But at least, they told me I would have a set schedule, which is good, because it means I can plan around it and do other things and maybe even work on the job. But long story short, everything is going well on this end. I am proceeding with moving out. I am closing things up. I will still try to work the stadium for 1 more week, part-time, unless, you know, they end up giving me 8 hours as I requested. I wrote the supervisor and told him, you know, working the shift they had assigned is only 5 hours a day. I'm asking him if he can maybe work it up to 8 hours a day. That would make it worth my time, you know. Even if they don't, I'll go ahead and finish it out, because I don't believe you should abandon, you know, just leave one job for another, even though the second job may have more hours or better benefits or whatever, without clearing it with the first employer and letting them know so they can get a replacement. But that's what's going on. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank your kind thoughts and prayers. It is paying off. As far as the situation with Maurice, I'm still working on it part-time with Maurice. He is in touch with me, and we are still proceeding, although not with me down there, so it's kind of like part-time. And I still believe in the product, and I think we're going to be able to do something to change the world with it. I will keep you informed and let you know what's going on with that as soon as I get an update. In the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe. I want to close out by giving you guys another view of the area. It is a beautiful day, a little bit hot. I don't know if you can see the sweat here. I am sweating, but of course, I'm not exactly dressed for the beach today. I'm wearing black. Woohoo! But here's what the view looks like. This is the beach today at Canova Beach in the Indian Atlantic. There's a little dog there. And this is what it looks like here today. In the meantime, I want to wish you all well. Take care. God bless you all.